Hello there, and welcome back to Rob's Feed Today. Well, you know, this is episode number 47, and me, I'm the jerk with a microphone and a camera. I'm Rob Shendel. Yes, I am Rob Shendel, and I am a sweaty Rob Shendel. It is Monday the 24th of May. It is shortly after midnight, as a matter of fact, and it is still hot in Chicago. Actually, for my zip code, the widget on my desktop says it's 77, but it feels a lot hotter than that because the humidity, it ain't the heat, it's the humidity, is quite up there. I don't know what the exact humidity figure is, but I actually don't even want this on, but until I'm done talking to you, I'm going to leave it on. But hot. It got to, I believe it was 92 today. But hot or not, I'm still spending money. And it's largely I'm replacing things, I guess. Here's my digital camera. This baby I have had literally for 15 years, and it's served me well. But I think with most digital cameras, at least with this one, you have to, every time you change batteries, you have to reset the date, time stamp and that stuff. And on this one, you do that by turning this little wheel here. Problem is, that wheel is stripped. And it doesn't move, doesn't do anything. So you can't take a picture with it. As I said, it's 15 years old, so it takes those old clunky compact flash media cards, and just to replace one of those, because they will go bad after a lot of use. It's no longer a cheap little thing. It's a specialized media card for professional photographers with a tremendous amount of gig space. So it's $50 or something like that. I think it's for the cheapest one. So I replaced it this week with this one. This nice little one. It takes the SD cards. This one had 2.8 megapixels. This is 10. This one will shoot video. This one does a whole lot of things that this one doesn't. But it's menu is so complicated. Now, I figure out most things, but there's one thing that I always did with the other one is to use the timer. So I could actually take some nice portrait shots of myself with it. I can't figure out. I know it has one, but the feature list all said it did, but how to activate it, I don't know. I'll learn eventually, I suppose, but right now, I don't know. Want me to take your picture? No, I won't take your picture because you won't see it, but it is cool. It's a Polaroid. This, by the way, costs $59. This one, 15 years ago, was about $350 or something like that. Well, how things change, and they get better, but it's just weird. One of the things I'm truly looking forward to with this new camera is the fact that because it does take the secure digital media card, I can use an iFi card with that, and as I shoot pictures, have them automatically uploaded via Wi-Fi to the internet folder of my choice. This is the iFi card. It's just the neatest little gadget, and tiny. So in an effort to get as wireless as possible, I bought a new printer. It arrived the other day. I only paid $32 for an HP PhotoSmart 6350 wireless printer, and that's great. I had a printer in Milwaukee, but in order for me to get it, it's going to cost me $44 round trip to do it. I saved $12 by just getting a new one, and it's wireless, which is my ultimate goal. And also on my quest to be wireless, purchase number 3, the new Magic Mouse from Apple. It's a Bluetooth mouse that you don't need a mouse pad. You don't move the pad around. You just scroll on the surface of the mouse itself, almost like using the iPhone, but on the mouse itself. And I just paid for that. That should be coming in the next few days. It's awfully difficult for me to edit these videos because the old mouse that I'm using, as dirty and beat up as it is, and it's a Mighty Mouse with that stupid little scroll thing on the top that often gets gunked up just from the oil in your fingers. I have the new one coming, so that was another investment. And as I said, I also want down the road when the new models come out, which I figure will be sometime in June or July, to buy the new iMac. I don't have the money for that anyway, and each one of these purchases takes me farther and farther away from my financial goal of having, because I'm not going to charge this. It's going to be placed, I'm going to pay cash for, or like debit card transaction. So help me out if you can. Go to the Rob's Feed site, robsfeed.com. There's a PayPal button on there if you want to do a donation. I'd appreciate that. But actually what I want to say, though, is that in order for all this shit to work together, well, the mouse would work without it, but I need to have a wireless router. So, because I'm going to have two computers using the one internet connection. I'm going to have the printer and whatever else. I can't recall what else I'm going to intend to do. So that's another purchase I made today. And I'm pretty technical. I'm a pretty good geek, but history has proven itself that when it comes to setting up a router, I have a failure. Just like I can't figure out the self-timer on that camera, setting up a router has been a real challenge for me. I finally did it once at my old mother's house. That was several years ago. Got that working fine, but now it's a whole different situation, whole new ball game. And I wanted the newest technology, the newest formats, and the most security. And I bought, ta-da, the Cisco Valet. And that came almost instantly. Got it for considerably less than the retail the list price. And it's got this little key thing that you plug in the USB into the USB port, and it's supposed to find it and set it up, and real simple, right? Well, it didn't the computer didn't see it. So I went to the Cisco site and I downloaded the Cisco Connect software, firmware, I guess you'd call that, and set up my network. It was really quite easy. But I know I better than to do things when I'm tired, because I've done this all without sleeping from having worked last night. I've got a new password on it. I've got all the ultimate security, and opened up Airport, and so it sees it. It connects to it. I click on the browser site, and it doesn't connect. There's something in the network settings that I didn't do or did wrong, and I don't know how to correct that. But the router is it's a brand new model, as it's a newest technology. And of course, I suffer from the have to be the first one on my block to have syndrome. So we'll have to figure that one out later after having some rest. Now, if I don't get that router set up, I'll have to connect my printer with cables. And there's more spaghetti and more cables everywhere. And I just hate that. So, well, next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. That means Chicago will be inundated with hunky leather men because it's International Mr. Leather, and I'll be working with that. I'm a participant. So, but I'll be talking to you before then, and updating you on what else is going on in my life and in the world. I have some opinions right now that I want to share with you. So, but for now, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for downloading. That's all I'm going to say.